I don't know. Anyway, you wanna go through the list of characters and see just who would kick Negan's ass? Who would just straight up kill Negan? Who would kill Negan? Would Negan kill Negan? Probably. Alright, good start. Who should we start with? I guess let's start with the non-DLC characters, huh? Yeah, let's start with fucking let's start with Master Raven. Master Raven is an assassin. Kind of. She's kind of an assassin, kind of not. She kind of works for the US government, but kind of doesn't. But the point is, she has military training, and she's a ninja, basically. Yeah, she can kill Negan. Nina is literally an assassin. She can kill Negan. Yoshimitsu is literally a ninja. She can kill Negan. Sergei Dragunov is a commander of the Russian military. Yeah, he can kill Negan. Hwoarang, in canon, has gone up against Devil Jin and hasn't died. He has gone up against Jin multiple times and has defeated Jin. Beck is one of the strongest characters in the entire series. In Tekken 6's ending, which is a what if, so it is possible. Like the thing with Tekken endings is, except in this game, because in this game they're all canon. But usually in Tekken games it's a what if. So if this character was to go here, they would do this thing and they would be able to do this thing. So in Beck's Tekken 6 ending, he one-shot Azazel with a fucking kick and just stood there completely stiff, no flinching, didn't move, just straight up kicked Azazel, killed him, and broke the crystal, which is something no other character could do. He accidentally killed his father when he was a child because he kicked him too hard because he didn't know his own strength, and he is Hwoarang's teacher. Hwoarang can kill Beck, and Hwoarang is one of the strongest characters in this fucking game. Law's Bruce Lee. So you have to think, can Bruce Lee kill Negan? And the answer is yes. So therefore, Law can kill Negan. Shaheen has military training, so he can probably kill Negan. Akuma is Akuma. Yes. Kazuya is Kazuya. He's literally the devil. Yes. Heihachi, of course he can. Kazumi, she's literally the devil. Yes. Lucky Chloe, I think Lucky Chloe might get her head bashed in. But then again, she went toe-to-toe with Eddie, and Eddie is strong as fuck. So maybe she can. It's kind of a 50-50. Lily has gone up against Asuka. Asuka is a tough motherfucker, and Lily, you know, it's never said if she wins or loses, but it's usually a draw. And in the intro to Dark Resurrection, when she's kidnapped, she beats the shit out of everyone inside the limo that she's thrown in, and then she jumps out and the car explodes. Lily is a badass. Yes, she can kill Negan, even though it looks like she can't and she looks like a bit of a prat. Laws, of course he can kill Negan. Like when people make fun of Laws, and I think it's justified, but you can't deny that Laws can be a bit of a badass. I mean, he defeated Elisa. He is a part of the Tekken Force. He commanded a legion of the Tekken Force, or a battalion, I suppose, of the Tekken Force, and then formed his own resistance army, and is the commander of that. So yes, Lars can kill Negan. Xiao Yu, of course she can kill Negan. Xiao Yu is strong as hell. Wang Jinrei was strong as hell, and he taught Xiao Yu. Of course, granted, Xiao Yu would probably get hit a bunch, and she would probably get fucked up. But yeah, I think she could kill Negan. Jack 7 is a fucking robot that can read your moves and download you. Yes, he can kill Negan. Li Xiaolan's a Mishima. This is something that people forget. This is something that a lot of people forget about Li Xiaolan because it's not explained that much in the lore. But Li is literally a Mishima. He was adopted by Heihachi, and he trained under Mishima-style martial arts for over a decade, at least, until he moved to the U.S. to further his education. But Lee knows Mishima-style karate. Lee is a badass, and he's very, very strong. And I think anyone who can even remotely be considered a Mishima can kill Negan. Kuma is a fucking bear. Like, Negan won't have a hard enough time against a bear. But the thing with Kuma is that he's a smart bear. He's an intelligent bear. That's the thing. So he's not just doing wild, savage things to Negan to try to kill him. He is calculating his every movement. He knows how to hurt Negan. And that baseball bat and that knife isn't gonna do shit against Kuma. So yes, Kuma can absolutely kill Negan. And it's the same with Panda. Panda can kill Negan too, without a doubt. Eddie is a badass. I would say before Tekken 3, I don't know, but he's a very strong martial artist. He became part of the Mishima Zaibatsu, so he has military training. He was, I think, a commander in the Mishima Zaibatsu for some time, and he opened his own dojo to train other people. So yeah, Eddie's pretty fucking strong, and yes, he could kill Negan. Fang is one of the strongest characters in this entire fucking game. The thing about Fang, we don't know much about Fang because every time we see Fang story-wise, for the most part, it's him getting like a dragon scroll or something that gives him a ton of power and then just punching a mountain in half, right? But even besides that, Fang is one of the, it's inarguable, he's one of the strongest martial artists in the world. He killed his own master. He goes out seeking other martial artists in order to defeat them so he can become stronger. Fang is very, very, very strong, and yeah, he can absolutely kill Negan, especially with those gauntlets. He's like baseball bat, blocks it, punches Negan, kills him in one shot. Leo, I don't think we know enough about Leo. Leo was introduced in Tekken 6, and we haven't really gotten any story from him. The only real story that we ever got from Leo is Tekken Tag 2, but that's not canon. Nothing in Tekken Tag 2 is canon, so we can't really count that. So really the only thing we have on Leo is that he fought Yoshimitsu in this game, and in Tekken 6 he visited his mother's graveyard, and that's really it. But considering that she changes her appearance to look like a boy so that people don't go easy on her, does suggest that, yeah, she's pretty fucking strong. Yes, she gets sick of people going easy on her, and yeah, she can probably kick someone's ass. So we can probably assume that she can kill Negan, but there's definitely an argument as to her not being able to, right? But I think she could. I think Leo could kill Negan. Elisa, do I even need to explain it? She's an android with chainsaws for arms and rocket punches. Yes, she can kill Negan easily. Baseball bat, what baseball bat? She blocks it. It doesn't even phase her because she's an android, not even human. Takes out a chainsaw, boom, right into his chest, dead. Asuka, absolutely. Yeah, the thing with Asuka, and again, something that people forget about her, is that she, as a hobby, in her pastime, she breaks up fights with Yakuza. The Yakuza are scared of Asuka. That's how strong she is. The Yakuza are so fucking afraid of her that whenever they see her, they bow and they're like, "We're sorry, Asuka." Yeah, she can kill fucking Negan. Of course she can. Gigas, I mean, look at him. Look at him. Of course he can. When in Katarina's his and Katarina's ending in this game, he blocks bullets. He gets in front of Katarina and blocks bullets. If you can block a bullet, you can block a baseball bat and a knife. So yeah, like, there's no contest. Negan would just try to hit him. He would just smile at him, grab his neck, lift him up, and throw him across the field. He'd be fucking dead. Yes, Gigas can kill Negan. Next, Claudio Serafino. I mean, we don't know much about Claudio, but he's an exorcist and he has supernatural powers and he can conjure a bow. So he's probably strong enough to kill Negan. We don't know the extent of his power and the extent of his fighting style. All we really know is that he went up against Heihachi and he got his ass kicked. But it's Heihachi, so we can't really gauge anything on that. But just judging by the fact that he has supernatural powers, I don't know. I think it's another one that's up in the air, like Lucky Chloe. It's kind of 50-50. He probably can, but who knows? Devil Jin, of course he can. Of course he can. Jin, of course he can. Jin is one of the, if not the strongest character in the entire franchise. Of course he can. Katarina, no, she can't. Katarina is a bitch. She can't do fucking anything. Katarina is someone who likes to pretend that she knows how to fight, and she's a Sakuman. She sees something that offends her, or she sees something that she doesn't particularly like. She goes up to someone, and she's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and then she gets her ass kicked, and then she tries to sue. That's the kind of person Katarina is. So yeah, Negan would bash your fucking head in. Negan would kill Katarina. Josie. Josie, we don't know. Well, here's the thing. With Josie, she's strong enough that the Mishima Zaibatsu seeked her out. That's what I'm trying to say. Seeked her out to be initiated into the Mishima Zaibatsu. And that's the thing with her and Kuma's fight. That's why Kuma came to her, is so that she could be a member of the Mishima Zaibatsu. So if she's strong enough to be seeked out for that, I think she's strong enough to be able to kill Negan despite her being a little bitch. The problem, though, is that because of her emotional response to things, when she sees Negan with the baseball bat and a knife, and with how intimidating he can be, I don't know. But then again, she did fight Kuma after seeing Kuma, so that leads me to believe that if she was in a life and death situation, she wouldn't be scared enough to cower in a corner and not fight. So yes, Paul, of course he fucking can. Paul was a joke after Tekken 4, but Paul is actually one of the strongest characters in the entire franchise. He went up against fucking Ogre. He went up against Ogre and beat the shit out of Ogre, and he fought Kazuya and fucking tied. He drew with Kazuya. He drew with Kazuya. Do you not understand the implication behind that? Kazuya drew with Akuma. Okay? He drew with Akuma. Kazuya did. And granted, that's in Tekken 7, and back in Tekken 2, I think, when Paul did draw with Kazuya, Kazuya was weaker. Like, you can't deny that. But even still, right, that's still saying something. Despite Paul being a joke character now, which is a goddamn shame, Paul is strong as fuck. And he would one-shot Negan. He would do a death fist through his baseball bat and kill Negan. Like, it's no contest. It doesn't matter what Negan brings to the table. It doesn't matter what he does. Paul would just kill him. Like, easy. Easy. You can't do anything. Paul is too tough. Steve is very strong, and Steve is an experiment that was done by G Corp, I believe. And because of the experiment, his left arm is incredibly strong. It's superhuman strength. And because he uses boxing gloves, if Negan tries to hit him with the baseball bat, he just counters the baseball bat with his glove and then punches Negan. And because he has superhuman strength, Negan will be dead or at least knocked out in one hit. And on top of that, he does boxing, right? Steve's a boxer. Like, he knows his way around the fight. And boxers are really, really, really strong. Like, in boxing, you get fucked up, so you're used to getting hit, and you have to get back on your feet and stop fighting again, right? So even if Negan gets a blow on him, Steve would just keep going. So yeah, Steve would kill Negan. King's a wrestler. King knows his way around the ring. He knows his way around the fight. Same reasons as Steve. The difference is with King, it's wrestling, which means weapons are usually involved, which means that Negan having a barbed wire baseball bat, no fucking problem. Let's go. That's what King would say. Oh, it's just a little bit of an extreme version of wrestling. No big deal. It's rolling death trail, this motherfucker. Yeah, King would kill Negan. Brian is, well, he's kind of an android, but not really. he has superhuman strength. He's very, very strong. He would kill Negan. Like, I don't even need to explain it. Bob, well, in his intro to Tekken 6, 3 armed robbers entered a bank, and he killed all of them, even while they were shooting at him. Okay, didn't kill, but he defeated all of them. And it's very heavily implied that Bob is a very, very strong character with superhuman abilities. Especially in terms of speed. He's very, very fast. So yeah, he would kill Negan. Like, no contest. And Miguel, Miguel is a very tough fighter. And it's implied in, because Miguel only, Miguel and Jin doesn't have an ending. Miguel is the only one that has an ending, and he beats Jin. So it's implied that it is canon that Miguel did defeat Jin. And part of that's probably because Jin lost the will to live, so he didn't fight as hard as he could. But it still stands that, yeah, Miguel isn't enough of a pushover for Jin to just be like, oh, fuck you, flicks him, and then walks away, right? And in his Tekken 6 ending, he goes against a bunch of people with knives and beats up all of them. A bunch of thugs with knives, that's the word. So, considering that he knows how to handle street fight, he knows how to handle himself, and he has beat Jin in canon, yeah, he can kill Negan. And by the way, with the endings that I'm talking about, some people I don't think realize this, but the reason why the endings are so shit and why they're so careful is if you pay attention to all of them, all of the endings with each individual character basically end the same way, just slightly differently, right? Like with Asuka, no matter if you win with Asuka or Lily, Lily says that she's gonna start training with Asuka in the Kazuma-style martial arts. I'm trying to think of another one. With Huarang and Devil Jin, in both instances, Huarang kicks Devil Jin out of the way and then gets hit with that grenade, and that's why he has the eye patch. And I think that's the most damning thing, is the only way Huarang can have that eye patch is because of that grenade, because before the fight, he didn't have the eye patch. So, I think that's the most damning thing that's supposed to say that, yes, every ending in this game is canon, in some way. So, that's what I'm getting at with, Miguel beating Jin, the other thing that I said about canon ending. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Armor King, yes, for the same reasons as King, but Armor King, I imagine, because of, you know, how he looks in his outfit and stuff, does more of the extreme kind of wrestling. And you can see the little nicks in his armor too, which implies that, yes, he has wrestled when proper weapons were involved. So Negan would be no trouble for him. Of course he can. Lei Wulong is a police detective for Interpol. Lei Wulong is very, very strong. He is very, very good with martial arts. Constantly when he's up against criminals, he just basically embarrasses them, even though at the end he embarrasses himself, but still, he's very, very strong. The problem with Lei, though, is that he, after Tekken 6, I think, his wife divorced him, and he went into a really heavy depression because of it, and he was really sad, and he started watching fucking Lucky Chloe because of it. Imagine watching Lucky Chloe because you're so depressed. But seriously, yeah, Lei had a divorce, and he got really depressed because of it, and that's why initially, I believe, unless I'm getting the timeline a bit mixed up, that's why he wasn't in Tekken 7 at the beginning, which might mean that his martial arts aren't as good as they used to be. But oh yeah, it was that, and on top of him not being able to solve a case, it made him really, really depressed. So that's the only argument I can really see for Lei not being able to beat Negan. But no, I think Lei's just really, really strong. He's really experienced with this kind of stuff. You know, when he went up against Jinpachi in a what if scenario, he just stared him in the face and he was like, "You're under arrest, demon." You know, and if that doesn't imply that he's very strong and he knows what he's doing, I don't know what does. So, yeah. Noctis, of course he can. I mean, just look at if you don't understand why, just play Final Fantasy 15. It's not that hard. Eliza, we don't know enough about. Geese Howard, of course he can. He's fucking Geese. Ann is an assassin, so of course he can. Mark is a tough motherfucker, and he can probably take a few baseball bats to the head. Yeah, I think Mark can. And again, he's a wrestler. He knows his way around the fight. He's really strong. Yeah, he can probably kill Negan. And last but not least is Julia. Julia was a wrestler. Julia knows quite a few Chinese martial arts. Very powerful Chinese martial arts too. She knows her way around the fight. And while it may not look like it, she is a very, very, very strong character. And yeah, she can kill Negan, without a doubt. So, at the end of the day, what characters can't kill Negan? I don't think any character you can... Well, okay, Katarina. Katarina, I think, out of all of these characters, is the only character that can't kill Negan. I think she's the only character that if she went up against Negan in a fight, she would get her head bashed in. The characters that I think are more up in the air are Claudio and Lucky Chloe, because we don't know enough about them, and Eliza. But every other character in this roster, 100% without a doubt could kill Negan. So, at the end of this, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that Negan is a little bitch. Negan is a bitch. You know, he's a fun character to play. In The Walking Dead, he is intimidating, but when you're up against pretty much any character on this list, if any of these characters were in The Walking Dead, they would kick Negan's ass. Negan would be fucking dead. Negan in his universe is a badass. In this universe, he's a little bitch. Welcome to the club, idiot. You got yourself mixed up with the wrong gang. Walked into the wrong neighborhood. Still there, buddy? Didn't think so.